Hi guys, welcome back to Tech with TJ. Today, I just got a video going over Elegoo's Canvas system. I finally got it in. It took, all summer to get here, so a little late to the party, but I'm gonna still share my thoughts about it. I'm not gonna do a build video. This isn't gonna be like this is how you install it, because one, I'm not that good at really building things, so I didn't want to try to guide others to. And if they break their printer, I didn't want to be responsible for that. And also, it's kind of hard to film while building things, so uh, there's kind of a little combination there. But anyways, let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing I wanted to talk about is just the unboxing and kind of how you put it together. So when you first get it, it comes with all the pieces that you need, like the new poop chute, the extruder, motherboard, and a couple other pieces that really, it wasn't too bad, honestly, to put together. It is pretty time intensive, though, I would say, more than it is like difficult. I will say the most difficult part, though, about it is when you're taking apart that extruder and replacing that motherboard that's there. You need to just really be careful and take your time unplugging things. I've just seen some people that have, ripped out their connection or something because, they're either too excited or they're just too, they are a little too aggressive with it. But it's actually a pretty simple install. It's not anything that I would say is like difficult. Like I mentioned, it's just very, very time intensive. It took me like 2 hours to do it, following just Elegoo's video and just taking my time. So other people might do it faster, other people it might take a little longer, but you get the same result either way. But yeah, so that's kind of really it with what I have for the unboxing. There's nothing too crazy, I guess, is what I wanted to mention for those that are like curious about it but are like, I'm not good with electronics or anything like that. It's fairly simple, and I think that the majority of people that have this printer, if they want the multicolor, they can definitely install it with no problem. Alrighty guys, so I just wanted to show you what the Canvas system looks. So as you can tell, that's a little different. It has 4 spools on the side. Well, 3 right now. I was going to show you guys later how to install. But this is what it looks like. So as you can see, the tubes kind of go over to the extruder here. I will say there is no glass to it anymore. That's the thing that kind of stinks about when you install this. This piece right here is actually just too tall for it. So that's something that stinks. Also, as you can see, it screws into that side. So, even if this piece wasn't that tall, it just won't fit. But they did the best that they can. So this is what it looks like. You have your RFID scanner right there. So Elegoo is making a open source kind of RFID tag deal where hopefully the 3D people that make filament can just use their RFID tag for this along with Elegoo spools. So hopefully we'll have a big kind of community of filament. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys how this looks, and that it's pretty bulky, but I don't know how else they could do it. This is what the screen looks like, just kind of going through here. I do run Open Centauri, so just wanted to get that out there, that is something that is different. I don't run Elegoo's firmware, but yeah, I just wanted to go over, how it looks, and that honestly, it's not too hard to install, like I've mentioned. I just don't want people to be afraid of that. Chat, let me know, I guess, in the comments if you guys have like questions about, just if I had any problems installing and anything I can help you with. Since I have this kind of thing here, those connections in there, they're very, like I said, they're just be careful with them. They're very, very hard to get out. But yeah, that's how it looks. Alrighty guys, so real quickly, I just wanted to show you how easy it is to load filament here. So what I got is just some red PLA, nothing crazy. What you want to make sure is that it kind of goes like this when you have it on there. So you lay it like this. There's that little tube right here. And it goes up and grabs it. That's it. It's that easy. I just wanted to show it because I'm like, it's my first time using any multicolor printer. So if you guys have seen this channel, I'm not used to that. And that to me is like one of the easiest things ever, is that it just grabs the filament for you and you're good. So that's just how you load it. You want to make sure that, like I mentioned, that it's just kind of easy. They tell it in the instructions how to do it too, but just don't try to force it. I guess like once this thing grabs it, let it do its thing. But yeah, that's just how you load it. I'll go over then too, like how you can customize it within the printer itself. So let me show you that real quick. Alrighty, so you click that. As you can see, it shows your filament. So I've actually already loaded red, but you can click load, unload, or edit. Inside edit here is where you can choose like your brand of filament, type of filament, temperatures, and then your color. So pretty simple, pretty easy. It's under that canvas tab right there, and yeah, I mean, it's very easy to use. There's nothing too difficult about it. It's pretty self-explanatory. So I mean, it's pretty nice. And then you just click continue, and that's it. Now you can edit your filament. It'll show green for when it's loaded, red if there's a problem. But yeah, now what I'll do is I'll just talk about some of the prints that I've done. Alright, so like I mentioned, I just wanted to show off some of the prints that I've done. So the first one I got here, this was the first print that I did, and of course, it was just the benchy. Like I said, I am still learning how to use multicolor, but I think it turned out pretty well. I just did it by a layer, and, here, I'll show the bottom of it too. The print quality, I mean, didn't really change, to be honest with you. I know some people have said that, like, their Centauri Carbon maybe got a little worse, but mine stayed the same. I didn't really have any issues with it. The second print that I've done here is just a coaster, like a Captain America shield coaster. I thought that was pretty cool. As you see, I am new to new to the multicolor stuff, so I'm doing a lot of just layers, but still. And then we got the Hue Forge of Darth Vader. I'm a big Star Wars fan, so I just kind of wanted to show that off. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, honestly, I find no problem with it. So yeah, this is kind of with layers, so it only changes colors, like maybe 5 times max. So what I did is I printed 2 of these. This Spider-Man, kind of just showing that off here. I printed 2 because honestly my brother would steal one, and I wanted one too. But as you can see, I'll just focus on this one for right now. Around that eyes, that black is like kind of red. The white didn't get like cross colored at all, but as you can see in the back of the head here, it's like darker and lighter. This is just a flushing volume. I think, like I said, I'm new to the multicolor stuff, so I don't want to fully blame the printer and say like, oh, this is not too good, which it's decent, but definitely can be better. I think it's the default flushing volume. I just clicked print, so it kind of looks like that when changing from red to black and white to red. Pretty much if any switches in red, you might want to increase the flushing volumes. That's something that I wanted to talk about, I guess, kind of now too, is I kept. So to make those 2, it used all of this filament. This is supports included, the prime tower. I'll take it out here for y'all. But this is what the prime tower looks like. Just a bunch of colors. But you can imagine that with all of the scrap pieces and all that, it uses a lot of filament. So if you are like really into multicolor and you're not doing simple stuff like, like this where the base is just completely white and trying to get like a thin view here, but it's super thin. Uh, it only switches colors, like I said, like maybe 5 times max. Same with even this Darth Vader print. It's actually just a bunch of layers. It's all black on the back, and you choose like at layer 7 switch to blue, at 13 go to red, and at 26 switch to white. That's kind of how the Hue Forge kind of works. Is you just do it by layer, but with Spider-Man here, it does it. It actually does some true color changes, that are that's pretty neat. But yeah, I'm still working with it, I would say, because everything that switches by layer looks good, but like the Spider-Man just didn't turn out the way that I wanted to. It doesn't look terrible. Print quality wise, I mean, it's like pretty perfect. Yeah, I had no problem with the supports. I mean, the feet kind of, it had good printing. Underneath right here, as you'll see underneath is the head. It's a little rough, but that's kind of expected just with how big Spider-Man's head is. Um, but yeah, so that's just what I wanted to go over, is just kind of the prints that you should expect from this. Something like I said that you should expect too is just a ton of just like wasted filament. So, oh, I guess I forgot to mention too, something that I ran into when I did the Spider-Mans. I'm not used to actually like checking the purge or the poop bucket. You want to make sure you check that, because the printer will just either stop, or in my case it kind of continued, and it was like, the printer was constipated, then it backed up, and luckily I caught it in time to where I could just empty it out and everything. I wasn't expecting that much color changing, so that was all me. But yeah, if you guys have any like recommendations on flushing volumes, or just want to teach me something about multicolor, those that have been like using it for a while and kind of know what they're doing, please let me know in the comments, because like I said, I'm new to the multicolor stuff, and I would like to figure out why it's like kind of darker red on the side here. It's but yeah, so that's pretty much gonna be it for the prints that I've done. Alright, so now what I'll just talk about is just my thoughts overall on this canvas system. If it's worth it, if it's not, what my impressions were like, just, overall thoughts. So to kind of answer anyone's questions about like, is it worth it, or should, you keep just what you have, I would say it's worth it. It's $50, I believe, or $55. Um, to me, that's a deal. Even if you get it and you don't install it immediately, you can just have it, and that way, in case if anything comes up where you're like, okay, I'm ready to make the switch now, then you can just install it. It's a very good price for the kit. You get a ton of stuff. Very easy to assemble. I mean, as you saw, the multicolor prints are pretty close to perfect in my opinion. Especially, like I said, just for the price of the machine entirely. I will say, if you are looking to get a new, like you're starting fresh, buying a new machine, you want the Centauri, just get the Centauri Carbon 2 that already has it installed and has like a lid and stuff for it. But if you already have the Centauri Carbon 1 like I had, I think you should buy that upgrade kit, because I really like it. Another thing is about the canvas unit is just I do think that it's really good for multicolor, but I also do think that that it can be improved. There are some things that I'm not too wild about. Like sometimes I'll get, when I'm loading filament, it'll just start flashing red, as like there's a problem going on with feeding the filament, but nothing's wrong. Like it's printing normal. Like I said, that could be also because I'm on Open Centauri firmware and I'm not on Elegoo stock firmware. That's something that I made the switch to. Honestly, like it was close to when Open Centauri is kind of gaining popularity, because I forgot the problem that I had now with this Centauri Carbon 1, but it was like a common problem. I think it was the leveling. there was like some kind of leveling issue with the bed where it wouldn't like auto level correct, and Open Centauri fixed it before Elegoo could, and I've kind of just stayed with them. But anyways, that's kind of not not the important part. The important part is that that it does do that. That canvas system does do that multicolor pretty well. The feeding the filament wise, sometimes there's like it says it'll error, but it actually won't. So I don't know if that's the machine or if that's the firmware, but just wanted to point that out. But yeah, I think that's kind of all I have to talk about my thoughts on this on the canvas unit. Probably next I'll do some more pros and cons and then kind of just wrap it up. Alrighty, so if you guys have watched any of my videos, you know I always try to end on pros and cons just to give you guys a quick overview of what I thought too. So the pros of this machine are one, you get multicolor. That's kind of a huge upgrade for someone who's like me who hasn't ever had like a multicolor machine before. It's it gives you that ability. Another pro is the price. Like I mentioned, the canvas system is under $60 and you get everything. I mean, it comes with a ton of stuff, so that was nice to see. I was afraid it was going to be like 150 when they were kind of teasing it and stuff, but it ended up being very affordable, and I was really happy with that. Another pro is that you can now have it's easier to like just use in general, in my opinion, when you have multicolor, because you can also do like multiple filaments. And for someone like me that's like limited on space, having a machine that can hold 4 spools of filament, even if I don't use all 4 in a print, I can just store them there, and that kind of allows me to just have more room. So that's a pro. Now some of the cons are, I will start off that the kind of against what I just got done saying, is that it also has more room, like it takes up more space. So instead of having just the 1 spool on the side, you have 4 spools on the side, plus the Bowden tubes that go like that are like a U shaped and are taking up more space on your height wise. So if you're someone that's limited, just in space in general, this might be an issue for you. That was a con kind of that I wanted to mention. Like I said, it doesn't really affect me, but I can see if someone bought this machine thinking it was going to stay that small, could be a con. Another con would just be some minor glitches here and there. Well, like I said, when I first installed it, I had a ton of issues with it. Like just that, it wouldn't switch color. It wouldn't load correctly. It was just blinking red even while it was still, it would be printing the color that it said that it couldn't print. And just kind of some little glitches and things like that. But like I said, that could be a me issue considering I do run that Open Centauri firmware. I don't know if that was what was affecting it, or if it was the machine itself. We'll say haven't had problems since, and that's gonna be all the cons for you guys. Actually, another con is the printing time. Print times do increase when you do multicolor changes just in general. That's why they're a ton of companies are switching to the multi-head printers, because changing the colors, it's got to flush, change, and do all that stuff, and that can usually take a minute to about under 2 for each change, so that does add a ton of time. The Spider-Mans that I was showing off, they both took 18 hours, I want to say. They take 18 hours, and I mean, I kind of expected longer times printing, but for those that I guess that don't know that, that's definitely going to be a con for you, is if you are limited on time and you don't like to run your printer for a long time. So that's something to keep in mind. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it now for sure with all that I have. Thank you guys for watching. Please continue to watch my videos, subscribe, comment. I have some big videos planned. This summer was kind of busy because of my internship, but hopefully now that that's kind of wrapping up here, I'll be back in school, back to kind of doing my normal weekly videos is what I'm going to try to do instead of every 2 weeks. But yeah, like I said, just keep hitting that subscribe button. I got some cool content planned for you guys. We got some cool reviews coming up. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.